have got three guards, including Kendall Davis, Hank Thomas, and Shea Feehan. Their forwards are Alex Wiegand and Parker Gibson. For St. Francis, the guards include Jake Raspopovich and JoJo Ballestero, with Landis Anderson, the swingman. Logan Timmons and Ian Morrison are in the front court. We are underway. The tip is won by the Fighting Saints. St. Francis in white going from right to left on your screen here in the first half. The Red Devils appropriately in red, really more of a maroon, going from left to right in the first period. Ian Morrison backs down, goes up, hits the basket, but it won't count. It's a traveling violation, and the Saints very quickly pick up their first turnover of the afternoon. Interesting game between two teams that do not turn the ball over very often. Eureka, a very high-scoring team. St. Francis will try to keep up with them, basket for basket. This is Gibson putting up the short-range shot and missing. The rebound goes to Jake Raspopovich of St. Francis. Both teams come up empty on their first trip down the floor. Morrison up with the left hand, rattles it in. St. Francis has the first 2 points of the game. This is Kendall Davis for Eureka. Davis drives with the left hand, pull-up jumper from about 13 feet. Falls for Davis, his first 2 points, Eureka's first 2 points, and we're tied early on. Davis averages just about 25 points per game this year, 9th best in all of NCAA Division II. Runner misses from Raspopovich. Morrison misses the tip, gets it back, misses again. Third opportunity is good for Ian Morrison. St. Francis 4-2. And very quickly on the other end, Davis nearly blocked from behind, misses off the backboard, but the rebound is tapped out of bounds by St. Francis. Eureka likes to work quickly, and we've seen that in action already today. 1 minute and 24 seconds into the game, and both teams have already had 3 possessions. Davis up top, backs it outside the perimeter and passes off to his right, and Hank Thomas. Gibson back out to Wiegand. Now to Gibson again. Gibson driving on Morrison. Spins and gets blocked by Ian Morrison. Here's Jake Raspopovich. 2-on-2. Raspopovich taking it into the defense and scoring on the layup. Beautiful drive by Jake Raspopovich, who went all the way on his own. 6-2. The Saints have their first 4-point lead of the afternoon. Here's Feehan. Pull-up jumper. 2-point range. It's good. Shea Feehan, the leading scorer on the team. I mentioned before, Kendall Davis is 9th in NCAA Division III. Feehan is 2nd, averaging 30 points per game. He's got his first 2. And Eureka's got the ball right back as St. Francis loses it out of bounds for their second turnover in the early going today. But now Logan Timmons comes away with a steal. Eureka turns it over. Timmons to Anderson for the layup. Nice steal from Logan Timmons and a good strong finish by Landis Anderson. Saints back up by 4. Feehan drives with the right hand and draws the foul. Jake Raspopovich called for the reach.
St. Francis call number 10, Jake Raspopovich.
2.5 minutes gone in this game. 8-4 St. Francis. We're expecting a high-scoring game coming in early on. The pace has certainly dictated that may be the direction we're heading. Feehan from the baseline knocks it down. That guy has got a good-looking jump shot. He's taken 2 shots today. Both have been long-range 2-pointers. And both have been well contested. Both have been perfect. So obviously something the Saints are going to have to look out for going forward. But that's what the Saints are looking for on offense. Ian Morrison, huge size advantage inside, and he's got 4 points now. Morrison also had another basket earlier that was waved off because he had shuffled his feet beforehand. But clearly a big mismatch inside when the Saints are on offense with Morrison against Parker Gibson. Here's Kendall Davis on the right wing. He picks up his dribble and passes off to the corner, Hank Thomas. And the whistle blows. Thomas stepped out of bounds. Turnover committed by Eureka. We've seen a lot of turnovers early in this game between two teams that very rarely commit them. Eureka averages just 11 turnovers per game. Saints have a few more than that, but recently they have been exceptional at holding on to the ball. Fewer than 10 in each of their games this weekend. It's the third time in 4 days the Saints are playing on this court. Raspopovich misses the 3. Morrison gets the rebound and throws it down. Saints now doubling up the Red Devils 12-6, and Ian Morrison is the early star of the show. Thomas from the free throw line, no good. Long rebound goes out to Gibson. And now it's Kendall Davis driving on Morrison. Out to Fian, wide open three. It's good. Boy, he can shoot. That time he was open. But a long-range bomb from Fian. 50% shooter for the year. Again, 30 points per game for the sophomore. Jojo Ballestero, step back jumper, short. Offensive rebound, Raspopovich, and his putback is good. Saints have led pretty much the whole way. We're just 4.5 minutes in. Davis up top, guarded by Landis Anderson. Ian thought about the long three. Instead he passes it off to Davis. Poked away by Anderson and out of bounds. It'll stay with Eureka. John Petruzak and Jordan Thornton check in for the Saints for substitutes of the game as Logan Timmons and JoJo Ballestero head to the bench. Gibson will try the three and hit it. Parker Gibson hits his 8th three-pointer of the year. 7-point per game scorer has brought the Red Devils to within 2. Here's John Petruzak getting his first touch. Lobbed inside for Morrison. Nice ball fake. Gets Gibson in the air and draws the foul. It's going to be a long day for Eureka if this keeps up with Ian Morrison. Parker Gibson hasn't been able to figure him out early on. Gibson, the tallest player in the starting lineup for Eureka at 6'5". First free throw is good from Morrison. A couple other guys on the roster, 6'5" as well, but there is nobody taller than that for Eureka. Morrison makes one of two, but Anderson gets the tip. It's a 3-point possession for the Fighting Saints. Ian Morrison is 6'9", and he's a powerful 6'9", too. So far, it has been very successful for St. Francis to get the ball inside to Morrison. Ian's been very successful on the other end. He hits another three. 5.5 minutes in. He's already got 10 points. 2/3 of his team's total, but they trail by 2. Jake Raspopovich dribbles to the left side, pulls up at the elbow, and his pass is deflected and stolen. Here comes Eureka. Thomas drives on Raspopovich. Nice dish inside to Gibson. He finishes underneath, and we're tied at 17. Second tie that we've seen so far today. The Saints have not trailed. They'll try to reclaim the lead right here. Anderson lobs it in for Morrison. Up top, Raspopovich. He'll try the three. No good. Rebound to Eureka. Thomas drives with the left hand. Stripped by Raspopovich. And Raspopovich stepped down the line. No foul on the reach, but as he stripped the ball away, he was standing on the baseline. So it is going to stick with Eureka. And that'll give him apparently a new 30-second shot clock as well, but could very well be a duel between those two guys as the game progresses. We'll see how things pan out. Not only have they led their teams in scoring, neither one of them has missed a shot. Morrison 3 of 3. Ian 4 for 4. Ready to get going once again. Eureka will inbound from the baseline. Ryan McElmurray just into the game, gets it into Fian, who misses an open jumper, a rarity for him. For the first time today, he can't connect on a shot attempt. St. Francis ball with a chance to take the lead back. Ryan Peter, Dusko Despo both in the game right now. Morrison momentarily on the bench. Ryan Peter misses a three-pointer. And the ricochet off the rim bounces up against the shot clock, out of bounds. McElmurray will take over for Eureka. And we've got a whistle away from the ball. Foul is called on Jordan Thornton grabbing at Shea Fian. Second chance for the Red Devils here to take their first lead of the game. St. Francis was up 17-12. Eureka has scored the last 5. Trying to get it in up top, and they do find Alex Wiegand. Off to McElmurray on the right side. Drives on Raspopovich, kicks it out to Fian. Open three, no good. Rebound goes to Raspopovich, and he wants to run. mistouch on the dribble will slow him down a little bit, and St. Francis will set up the offense. Dusko Despo going up against Jake Wood. Raspopovich drives, floater off the glass, no. Tapped off the backboard and rebounded by Eureka. Scoring has slowed down over the last couple of minutes. St. Francis has hit a bit of a wall. They've come up empty on their last 3 possessions. Kendall Davis in the corner picks up his dribble. He passes off to McElmurray. Ryan McElmurray gets the screen and tries the 3. It's good. Eureka takes their first lead of the afternoon at 20-17. St. Francis looking for their first basket in a couple of minutes now. Thornton along the baseline, layup, no, gets his own tip, misses. Battle for the rebound, knocked off of Fian and out of bounds. Nice work by Jordan Thornton to keep the ball in St. Francis's possession. Ballestero back in for Raspopovich. Jordan Thornton just 6 feet tall, but skying up high for that first rebound, and then knocking the second chance off of a Red Devil to keep the ball on this side of the floor. Down by 3, it's Ryan Peter. Off to JoJo Ballestero. Petrzak down low, Dusko Despo. Despo goes up over Wiegand, hits it, and a foul. Dusko Despo's got a chance for a 3-point play here. His first points of the game. First foul called on Kendall Davis. Just the second on Eureka. And the free throw from Despo misses, so still a 1-point deficit for the Saints. Nice pass to a cutting Wiegand, and he scores on the layup. Quick points. McElmurray, beautiful pass to a cutting Wiegand who had slipped behind the defense. And that forces Ryan Marks to use St. Francis's. And Morrison is. But he's got the size too, 6'6", 230. So not quite as tall as Morrison, but still a size advantage over whoever's going to be guarding him, whether it's Parker Gibson or lately it's been Jake Wood, just 6 feet 2 inches tall. So St. Francis still has a big size advantage inside, and now you would assume work on getting the ball in there as the game goes on, although not on this possession as Ballestero misses a 3. And Eureka takes it down the other way. Fian drives on Despo. Runner is good off the glass. Fian makes it 24-19. Biggest lead so far for Eureka. Ryan Peter bounces once and passes off to Thornton. Swinging around the perimeter. It's Thornton on the left wing. 14 on the shot clock. It's a rarity to see the shot clock get this low in this game. Down to 10 as Peter tries a 3 and knocks it down. First 3-pointer made this year by Ryan Peter. It's his 6th attempt. And already with that one shot, he's got a season-high 3 points. Kendall Davis drives, draws the contact, scores, and one. Nice drive by Kendall Davis, who's been quiet since the first minute today. Davis hit the first basket of the game for Eureka, but had gone scoreless ever since, and now back to the free throw line looking for his 5th point. Follows the first on Dusko Despo and the 3rd on the Fighting Saints. And the free throw for Kendall Davis is straight through. Eureka back up by 5. Peter in the corner to Petrzak. He's trapped in a double team, and he calls timeout. St. Francis got themselves in a tough spot. Team walks back on the floor following the timeout, and Ian Morrison is with them, so he checks back in for Dusko Despo. Ballestero lobs it in for Morrison. Ballestero up top to Jordan Thornton. Petrzak from the foul line takes one dribble, now shoots and misses. Rebound tapped out to Kendall Davis of Eureka, and he'll run. Davis taking it into JoJo Ballestero, and Ballestero gets his hand on the ball. Davis loses control off the glass. Here come the Fighting Saints, a double dribble on JoJo Ballestero. Davis thought there was a foul on Ballestero on the other end. He didn't get that call, but Ballestero does give it up anyway. Double dribble to call. That's the fourth turnover of the game committed by St. Francis. Wood tries a three from the top of the key. It misses, and Jean Petrzak comes away with the rebound. Ballestero guarded tight by McElmurray. And gets it away to Jordan Thornton. Ballestero will try the three. It's good. After a hot start to the season, JoJo Ballestero has gone a little bit cold on three-point shooting. 42% overall coming into play today. He missed his first attempt this afternoon, but he hits this one to bring the Saints back within two. And Jake Woods misses the runner from the baseline here. Saints ball, they can tie or take the lead. Thornton for the tie, misses the jumper from the right elbow. And it's one and done for the Fighting Saints. More than halfway through this first half now, 27-25, Eureka. Three-pointer from the corner, no good from Davis, and the rebound goes to Thornton. Ballestero gives it up to Ryan Peters. Bounce into the corner for Ballestero. He'll try another three, and he'll hit it. Back-to-back three-pointers hit by JoJo Ballestero. Saints back in the lead and nearly come away with a steal. Out of bounds, last touched by St. Francis. Fun game so far. Fast-paced, a lot of good shooting. Currently on pace for more than 100 points scored for each team. We'll see if it can stay at that breakneck pace. Ryan McElmurray drives on JoJo Ballestero. Now finds a shooter on the opposite end. Gibson misses the three, and Logan Timmons comes away with the rebound. Thornton lobs it in for Ian Morrison. Morrison across court to Ballestero. Three-pointer. Good. JoJo Ballestero has gotten hot. He's hit three long balls in a row. 9 points for him, and it's a 4-point lead for St. Francis. And give credit to Ballestero for adjusting to this Eureka defense. Fia is blocked from the baseline by Jordan Thornton. Ian Morrison comes away with it. Here is Ballestero. Around the screen, another three. Not this time. He got hit three in a row. He can't make it four straight. Davis drives to the left, spins in the lane, dishes off to Gibson, but Gibson can't corral it, and he loses the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Eureka. Two referees staring at each other. Neither one knew who touched it last, so the third official came in from the backside and indicated that it is St. Francis ball. 4-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Eureka has gone on a scoring drought now. Landis Anderson comes back in. Jordan Thornton, the only reserve, playing now with four starters. It's Ballestero off to Logan Timmons. Up top, Jordan Thornton. Thornton drives. His runner is good off the backboard. Nice drive by Jordan Thornton for his first 2 points today. 6-point lead for the Fighting Saints, matches their largest. And they have gone on an 11-0 run. Gibson had an open look. Instead he drives. Kicks it out to McElmurray. And Eureka running a slow-paced offense here. Shot clock into single digits, I think, for the first time all game. And Morrison blocks McElmurray's running attempt. On the other end, Thornton for three. No good. That would have been big for Jordan Thornton and the Fighting Saints, but couldn't quite hit it. Fian for the answer. Yes. Shea Fian with a bit of a turnaround right there. Eureka calls a 30-second timeout. Thornton had shifted the defense around a little bit. They moved into a zone to prevent the inside game, and JoJo Ballestero made him pay for that by knocking down three three-pointers in a row. So on the last possession, Eureka had switched back to man-to-man, and looks like they're going to stick with it here. So this is an opportunity right now for Morrison to get himself involved again. Gibson trying to play in front of him. Raspopovich open on the right wing. Gets a screen from Morrison, drives, looking to kick it to Morrison. Instead, he'll take the shot and get a friendly roll. Jake Raspopovich now has 8 points. 5-point advantage for St. Francis. Hank Thomas. Inside to Gibson. Nice pass to a cutting Hank Thomas. Thomas, nice little reverse layup. Hank Thomas picks up his first field goal today, and again, it's a one-possession game. Ballestero in for Morrison, who's quickly triple-teamed and fouled. They're going with the man-to-man defense, but as soon as the ball goes inside to Morrison, a couple other defenders collapse in on him. They're not going to let him get any easy looks going forward. Timeout on the floor, 6 per game. So his 15 today is impressive, but it's nothing out of the ordinary for him to reach that number in the first half. The season high in points scored is 40. Kendall Davis, the other star scorer on the team, averaging 25 per contest at only 5 so far in this game. Back underway at St. Francis basketball, leading by 3 points. Logan Timmons across to Ballestero. Dribbles down the baseline. Runner misses short. He gets his own rebound and loses control of the ball, but he's able to chase it down. Ballestero out to Landis Anderson. He drives. Step back. Jumper from the baseline. No good. Offensive rebound. Morrison, and he puts it up and in. Morrison will actually get 2 rebounds there. He missed his first attempt, got the ball right back and put it in. So Morrison now up to 9 points, matching Ballestero for a team high. Nice cut and a good pass to Fian, but he throws it away. Wiegand found Fian, but Fian got a little too fancy, lost the ball, and on the other way it's Landis Anderson, giving the Saints their largest lead at 7 points. Fian probably had a chance to go up and score there. He's going to try to score here. He does. Hit another 3. Well, every time it looks like St. Francis has taken over momentum, Fian hits a 3, and that's that. He turned the ball over on the last possession, but he makes up for it. Saints by 4 with the ball. Landis Anderson off to JoJo Ballestero. Sends it into Logan Timmons. Timmons out to Anderson. Composes himself. 3-pointer is good. Landis Anderson's got 9 points now, so 3 Saints are at 9. Matched for the team lead. And again, it's a 7-point game. Wiegand on the outside, drives. He's blocked by Anderson. Anderson has really stepped up his game defensively lately, and it leads to the bucket on the other end, a layup for Jake Raspopovich, who's in double figures now with 10 points. 9-point Saints lead. They have outscored Eureka 22-8 over the last 5 or so minutes. There's a drive from Gibson out to Thomas. Hank Thomas into Wiegand, alley-oop is good. Nice job by Wiegand, leaping up and controlling that ball. It was an alley-oop, but not the fancy variety. Just a simple layup. Morrison against a triple team. Now the 2 defenders back off. He hands it off to Raspopovich, who hits the runner. Jake Raspopovich now has 12 points. Great start for him, only in the first half. 3-pointer Fian. He misses one for a change. Wiegand trying to come down with the rebound. Couldn't save it. It goes right to JoJo Ballestero. Ballestero pulls up. Passes outside to Raspopovich. Jake Raspopovich has already surpassed his season average in scoring as Logan Timmons hits the reverse layup. First 2 points today for Timmons, who had a career-high 16 on Sunday. 11-point lead now for St. Francis. Eureka's gone cold. Gibson inside finds Bell. Bell misses his shot, gets his rebound, and puts it in. Nate Bell has his first 2. Nate Bell, senior reserve guard, playing in place of Kendall Davis at the moment. Davis is sitting at the scorer's table, waiting to check in. Raspopovich into Timmons. Hand it off to Raspopovich. Reverse layup is good. Raspopovich averages 9.3 points per game. He's got 14, and Landis Anderson blocks Nate Bell on the other side. Second block of the game for Landis Anderson. He had 7 of them over the team's last 3 games coming into play today. So now 9 blocks in the last 4 games for Landis Anderson, who had 6 in 9 games prior to that. He has been big defensively, though. Fian, jumper off the inbounds pass is good. He is so hard to stop. 50-41. Fian's got 20. 2.5 minutes still to play in the first half. John Pietrzak on the right wing. Logan Timmons bounces in for Raspopovich against a double team. Raspopovich loses the ball. Wanted a foul called, but it was stolen away by Brady Sanders. Sanders getting his first action of the game. Thomas set up for a three, and he misses it. And now Timmons running out the other way. One-on-one. Timmons' layup is good. Timmons has 4. Logan Timmons has really been getting himself more involved lately. Through the first 10 games this year, he averaged 4 shots per contest. He had taken 8 in each of his last 2. So much more of a factor offensively. Fian hits a 3. He wanted a foul, too. Looked like a bit of a flop from Fian, but it didn't stop him from making the shot. No follow-through, even. He is so impressive. 23 points in the first half, but his team trails by 8. Raspopovich up with the right hand. No good off the backboard. Rebounded by Eureka. Here's Brady Sanders. Passes off to Thomas in the corner. Thomas drives to the left hand. Nearly stripped by Raspopovich. He throws it away. Stolen by Logan Timmons. Ahead to Pietrzak. Pietrzak to Anderson. Anderson can't finish. Timmons gets the rebound. Back up and in. Timmons has 6 points in the last 2 minutes after he had not scored in the first 17 minutes of this half. Just about a minute to play before halftime. 10-point lead for the Saints. Fian thought about the 3. Avoided the travel. And now he's called for an offensive foul. Just a first foul on Fian and only the 4th on Eureka.
Offensive foul called on number 21, Sherry Fian. His first, team Sanders.
57.5 on the clock. We'll see if the Saints go 2 for 1 here. Raspopovich to Thornton. Up top, Landis Anderson. On the left wing, it's Raspopovich. He drives down the lane. He's got an opening. And a foul called. This is going to be an offensive foul, I think. Nope, they're calling it against Eureka. In the act of shooting. They're going to count the basket.
Called on number 22, Brady Sanders. His first, team's 5th.
I thought Raspopovich had missed the shot off the foul. I thought the tip-in had gone down, but I missed that one because the officials say that the shot counts. 2 points for Raspopovich and to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. And there's an argument here from Chip Wild over on the Eureka sideline. Now, he may have seen the same thing that I saw, but I'm not sure if what I saw was accurate. They're going to go over to the scorer's table to talk it out right now. 40.9 on the clock. As it stands currently, it's a 12-point lead for St. Francis, and it will stand that way. Raspopovich to the line now, looking for his 17th point of the game. Jake Raspopovich's season high is 20. And he's looking for number 17 here in the first half. There's some confusion over that foul, but the basket does count. Raspopovich's free throw is good. 13-point lead. The Saints have their largest of the day. Eureka, though, a long way from out of this game. One of the most prolific scoring teams in the country at any level. Fian around a screen to the right side. Drives on Morrison. Step back jumper. Short. Morrison comes down with the rebound. Ahead to Raspopovich. Shot clock is off, but Raspopovich is pushing it anyway. Pull-up jumper. Short. And now Fian with the rebound has a chance for the last shot for the Red Devils. Across the timeline, he waits till the clock ticks under 10 seconds before starting to make his move. Crosses to his right, passes back to Wood for 3. In and out, rebound to Landis Anderson, and that will end the first half. Didn't get the shot off in time from three-quarter court. 57-44 St. Francis. They trailed by as many as